Hey, yo, YouTube, what's up? Should have done this sooner, but oh well. There's been a lot of back and forth between the right and the left on what actually caused the declining crime rate of the early 90s, 91 through 95. Some people say that it was the 1994 crime bill by Joe Biden. Some people say that it was stop and frisk and hard policing policies. That's the right. And on the left, there's like, no, crime decreased all over the world, and that these harsh policies actually hindered the progress of African Americans. And neither side could actually draw a serious conclusion because there was so many mitigating factors that happened around that time. For example, Windows 95 debuted in 1995, and that was the first software that allowed you to bypass the BIOS of a computer entirely, requiring less tech support. It was the first computer for dummies. Furthermore, PlayStation came out in 1995. Guys stayed home longer. Guys were playing Tekken and Madden and Solid Snake, and we literally went from Grand Theft Auto to playing Grand Theft Auto. In essence, what I'm trying to say is that the number one factor that reduced the crime rate in the 90s was neoliberal capitalism. In its purest sense, neoliberal capitalism is the government's use of corporations to distract the individual from becoming violent revolutionaries. And who can't say that PlayStation wasn't a factor in that? Who can say that Windows wasn't a factor in that? Online pornography and the booming economy, the information age. You would have had to been a complete asshole to commit crimes when there was people becoming millionaires just through C+ certification. So be mindful of anyone that tells you that the stop and frisk didn't work, and be mindful to tell you that of anybody who tells you that it was all harsh on being tough on crime that told you it worked. The actual truth is that it was a combination of factors, and the factors intermerged so well that it's hard to draw a distinct conclusion. Neoliberal capitalism in its entirety saved black lives. But I will say this though, since I do live in New York and I was around at that time, you cannot underestimate Rudy Giuliani's contributions to the progress of New York, because, little back history, New York City had allocated $83 million to renovate Times Square, which at this time was full of strippers, strip clubs, porn shops, small little bodegas, and a lot of crime. It was still the 70s, but by 1992, Rudy Giuliani courted Disney. Rudy Giuliani courted RFO Shorts. Rudy Giuliani courted Toys R Us, and they basically turned Times Square into that big, bustling strip mall that we have right now. And just to make no finer point of it, Rudy Giuliani shut down 400 small businesses and gave $24 million to Disney to open up the Lion King. After that, it was just a matter of tourism, Sex and the City, The Sopranos. Yeah, that's what happened. Neoliberal capitalism. Government's use of commerce and corporations to distract the individual from becoming revolutionaries. That's what saved black people. That's what lowered the crime rate. The 1994 crime rate, the 1994 crime bill also was a factor, but above all, it was the fact that we had better things to do with our time than to shoot each other. It's been your boy, Louis Cypher. Hey, peace.